the message is like, it's got to have that huge bloom of the Pisces control and the energy of persecution of spiritual and the light and all that, that's got to bloom, because it is that exact energy that gives us the necessary resistance to flip time itself. And so we're just in this weird, strange, because as you come into, say, like, everything in this reality is in the shape, held into shape through magnetics, held into place, And so if you're looking at magnetics, like we're talking about, you can think of it as a magnet. There's a positive pole, two magnets, positive pole, negative pole, or they come together or they repel. And so we're kind of in this place where it's correcting back to Mother's laws and rules. Okay, it's not what Moses brought. That was an interpretation for humanity. Okay, Mother's laws and rules are written in her geometry, in her form, in her species, and her magic. And we don't have to argue about it or figure it out. And this is the energy that's coming with the new age, this new renaissance. Okay, the next 300-year cycle is an energy of air and expression. So it's saying spiritual devotion. And in this case, we know that we can't have anything spiritual in this time until we come back to Mother Earth, And so it's like the devotion towards Mother Earth and to God, source, creation, where the energy comes from that makes us so wealthy and so valuable. Don't you think we should stop and appreciate that energy? Why is it so difficult for humanity to do the simplest thing that can make everything work? And it's like, maybe because they're not connected or have gone too far away from that ability for an organic connection with Mother Earth for this correction. So this flip is, it's either going to bring you the rod of Mother's laws. We're all in alignment with that and we're on that track. And that's the only way you can go. Or you're eliminated. You have to come in line with Mother Earth's original laws and rules, or you got to get off the train, And this is the energy of what's reconciling in the world right now, is our technologies, the energy, the resources of Mother Earth, no longer allowed to be used for harm and deliberate harm. And technologies that are only about harm, they just have to be eliminated, recycled. It's just an incredibly dematerialized, right? Here we are. It's a glorious demolition. And just don't worry too much about the garbage, okay? Because it can be dematerialized. This is the power of Mother. This is the technologies that have been held from us. And so everything in this time in April is so intense, with all these planets going to be in Aries and Mars, Saturn, and Mercury all coming together at 7 degrees of Aries. It's just, that's where we kind of anchor in, get on the track and get going, right? So from now until then, that is the 19th, 20th, when they come together. It's really important that we reach up out of the delusions of the spinning, programming, the seducing of us into the old ways, into gaslighting, into that there's no hope and there's no spirit and there's no love and there's no mother and there's no father and there's no Jesus and there's a fake Jesus, And it's like, there's the blue beam, fake CGI Jesus, but we want the real freaking light of the soul. We want the redemption. We got a story told to us about some sins being redeemed of humanity. And we have not yet seen the benefit of this, and then Jesus' whole soul group in the Piscean age had to walk that road and be persecuted and be turned against and just be treated horribly. And this has got to be made right. Because these people that were treated horribly, they are our only hope for the future. They're our visionary leaders, okay?